Hi everyone, this is Vicki and I'm back with a video here. I've been gone for a couple months and I wanted to show you some of those Prim Hearts that I've been making and off and on here and there. And then I got this card just after that last video, and this is from Anna White. She's a designer for Impression Obsession and also Whippersnapper, and she does wonderful, beautiful work. I just love her things. I try to get as many things as I can from her. But this is really pretty. This is a wedding ring quilt, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I just love this. My favorite pattern, favorite. And I love this paper here. It's just the tiny pink print. I just love it. Thank you so much. So she sent me this card, and so she's thanking me for some farm themed items I made, and I sent it to her. And so she sent me this beautiful card. Thank you for your beautiful card, and you are the amazing person, and I just love it. Thank you, Anna. So I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to show you this last one that I made. Actually, I showed it at the end of a video that a card that I showed from Maryland, since I haven't been able to craft lately past this whole year. And so yes, so anyway, I made this one and showed it on that video. The card, if you missed it, the card Marilyn G made for me was amazing. I just love it. And then I showed this little watercolor Prim Heart. And so I decided I love it so much, it's a bookmark, that I would make more, and more I made. And so this is the next one that I made, and this is some rickrack kind of fabric that I got at Hobby Lobby. It frays, so it's like chenille sort of, and so you sew it on and then it just frays like this. So I love that. And I did tear all my cards, all my bookmarkers with watercolor paper, so it's torn to be this shape. And then I put some tracing paper over this and did a little watercolor on the edges and made it save my shabby space for my bookmarker and my books. And then I put the little chenille piece of fabric and a little daisy on top. Put a bunch of shredded little fabric pieces and some gauze, pink gauze from Hobby Lobby, and I did this like this. So I really like that one. And then I went with the this is a die impression, I guess, that Anna designed, and I bought this one back in last October, I think, and made that voodoo doll with this that she showed, and I also made one. And so I decided to put this on this Prim Heart, and it's shabby with the torn edges and a vintage button, and then I have some threads here and there. And so I put it some knots in the thread, and then you turn it over and you have this bulb pin that I put on, I glued on and put some gauze over it, so that I can easily hang that if I wanted to. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do with these kinds of things, bookmarkers and whatever you want. So I really love this one. And then I went to make something different. So I started out with this kind of a collage watercolor, and this is the Shabby Prim Heart, and then on watercolor paper some thread and sewn on the edges, and on the back I did a little watercolor painting. And then I wrote, "Once in a golden hour I cast to earth a seed. Up there came a flower, the people said a weed." It's my favorite little saying, and it's by Tennyson. And I did a tiny little watercolor there with this big flower. So I just love that. So I made that, and then I decided to do a little bit of, go off the edge a bit. And I made this one. This is more of a paper clip, has a paper clip in between, and I did a collage of a flower. You can see all that, and just put another piece of paper in the back, and then you can see it's opening here, and then you can use it as a paper clip. A paper clip, it's like they call it hidden paper clip. So you can use it on your folder. You can use it on your books, as a bookmarker. And so that's what another one I made that I love. And then I did do a little tiny one. I thought, this is so cute. I painted it up, and it's torn edges and some seam binding on here. A little sequin flower had in my stash, and then another flower I have in my stash. And this is on an envelope that is made from paper napkin, and I think this bookmark book page looking. I think that's a tissue wrapping from Hobby Lobby. And so I made that, and then I went to make another one that was ocean theme. And so here is a wave with made out of watercolors, Paul Rubin. And then I've got some charms on here, and a little fish tail. No, this is the mermaid tail. Little heart, says love, a little bead, and a little rhinestone bead, and heart, and a flower bead, and another little bead, pink bead. So I have this on here that's just wire, just for decoration. You could see the paper clip in the hoop here. And then on the back I have Life is Good, reading in my shabby place. So I have this on here, and this is fun to make. I'm just having fun doing all this. And this is also a paper clip as well. See, goes on your books, your notebooks, your whatever you like. And then here's another one, just using different kinds of papers. I like that boho looking paper, and then there is some beads. Actually, I think I used an earring. Okay, so if you have vintage costume jewelry that you have in your stash, that I keep mine and I take them apart and use them on my cards. I use them on all the little ephemera I make, and this is also a paper clip, hidden paper clip. So that is another little one. This is a larger one that I was doing prototype. So you've got, I put some lace in between the first one, and this is also paper napkin on cardstock, and then a bunch of little things like a little tag here and bows and whatnot. Anything you have in your stash, which I'm sure if you're watching this, you have your own bunch of stash. So let's see, the last one a grouping that I did was this one. And so this was fun. I used, instead of the teared one like this, I used a die cut. And I used this, this is one that I have that's Primitive Hearts. So I used the larger one, and I used the second to largest one on this. And this is, let me show you the small ones first. So this one is just with a little bit of lace here that I took and sandwiched it in the first layer. And this one here is just plain with the little flowers on here. And I'll show you that one later. But then on the backs of them, I have the little girl from, this is a Prima set that I got, and I've just had in my stash, and she's such a cutie that I just, you know, I made her in the past like this one, and that's what she is. And then I put her on this one with a watercolor background, splashes of watercolor, my stash of flowers, and then on this one here, on the other side, I did a vintage look with this. I thought this would look vintage, this one here, this stamp. It's really pretty. I wish Prima made more of these little stamps. I have a bunch of them from the past, and this is so cute, and I put the sewing on here. This always reminds me of like something you put on your lapel or in your pocket, so it's so cute. And I just vintage photo and a little of that purple, what is the purple called? This one here, I think I used Shaded Lilac, so that came out good with this paper here. And I put some glitter. This is Martha Stewart glitter I used this time. And then on this one, I also have this little bit of sewing on there from the die cut, and seam binding, crinkled seam binding. And then this paper is amazing. I love this paper, and I love the whole package. I think Anna showed it on her channel several months ago, and I just wanted it because I love these tiny prints. Look at these tiny prints. I love these, and it's so perfect for summertime, spring, summer. Here it is, and so beautiful. So I just love this. This is my favorite, I think. And then the repeats. So that is called Tiny Flowers by Impression Obsession. So I love that paper. And then let me show you this large one. So this large one, I did this kind of ribbon and this little flower in my stash, several layers of the paper, the watercolor paper, or cardstock. You can use cardstock if you're going to put paper on top. Isn't this so cute? So this one I love the ones that Jill was showing, and the little girl that she had originally they're not making, Red Lead's not making it anymore, and so she showed this small one that they put out recently, so I went and snatched this little one, and it's so cute. I just think it's so sweet. So I did this one with a couple layers of I think this is not watercolor paper. This is kind of Bristol maybe, because it's kind of flat. But for this, you know, it works for what I'm using it for. And I made it a paperclip, hidden paperclip. And on the back, I put read and write, sew and paint, and dream, repeat, and always love. And I put my Tryheart down here. So I just put a few little sunflowers or daisies and some splashes of watercolor. It has a little bit of sheen because that's Paul Rubens sheen watercolor that I have shown in several times before. And so that is what I've been doing, and I am having a lot of fun. I think the last thing I wanted to show you was that I found this envelope that I had made in the past. And so I thought, and it had this little envelope, this little watercolor paper in it. So I often make these kinds of things just for fun. And it came inside this, like this. And I thought, you know, this would be perfect to give as a gift with this, you know, one of these or one of these. I did make another one. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you this one. I don't think it's not finished, but this is another stamp that I have. Okay, so I thought that would be perfect to give as a gift. So I looked at my stash, and I had I have these bookmarker envelopes, and so I thought it would be really cute to put this inside. Put this in here, and to just put this, wrap this like this, and of course decorate it, and then tape this down, you know, and just do your congratulations, or, you know, bookworm or something. And give this as a gift, and put this inside here, which I thought was so pretty. And that is the last thing I'm going to show you for ideas. And I thought that was so cute. And then you put an address label in, and there you go. So that's what I've been doing, guys. And I'm sorry that I haven't been back, but I've been doing here and there a little bit of crafting. But I wish I had more time to do more. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you in the next video. And thank you, Anna, so much for your beautiful card. I just love it so much. Thank you, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.